Okay, so no, let's go through pretty quick. A few people have written some test cases. So see here. Yeah, good morning. Okay, so you're able to hear it now. Is it good now? Because there's some issue here. Let's see here. So yeah, if you are still having problem, let me know. I'll just check it from my side. Um,
స్టార్ట్ చేసా ఫినిష్ ఏమమ్మి నువ్వు
45 కదా మా క్లాస్
వాడు ఆరంభించవచ్చు మాట్లాడుకున్నాడు.
so few people have written some work. See here. See, when you're executing, right? Yeah, you can execute this as failed. That's fine. But that's good. You have already created documents. So that technique.
I think what you said is can am pizza. Yeah, like Canada, America pizza. Can am. M के पास है बड़ी चीजें pizza. Ultimate. Reactor में एक है और
Okay, so yeah, I'm muting everyone. If anyone have any questions, they can unmute. Okay, yeah, some people are having disturbance, so I'm muting it. Okay. Yeah, I'm muting everyone. If anyone have any questions, they can unmute the mic and they can go ahead. Because it's having disturbance, right? So that's the reason I'm muting it. Okay, so that's good. Most of people have done good. So let's see here. So this is what important, right? I mean, this is how you have to, do it. So this is good. I would see the documents too. That's good. Guys, so put the documents. Okay, so this is not executed. You have to execute this test case. Okay. This looks like, so this is a screenshot. Okay. Yeah, you can copy and paste, but you have to make sure. Okay, see, here's the thing. You don't want to use any screenshots here. I see this, you're using the screenshots. It's up to you though, but you have to write it manually. Okay, what you can do is you can copy and edit your test cases. Okay, you can do that, but I see that you are using this attachment screenshots putting here. That may not be always a good idea. Okay, so um, so you have to write it manually normally, or if you like, you can copy it. Like if you see that, copying in sense like, let's say I want to use my test cases, right? Somebody has already written it, so I can use this copy option here, located here, and I just remove this, and I'll put my name, and I edit my test cases. Okay, I don't want this. I'm working on catalog. I'm working on test page, so on. But adding a screenshot always may not be a good option when you are doing this. Okay, so you have to make sure you have to understand that. So okay, other than that, it's good, and this has to be executed. This is not executed. To execute this, you need to use this, and So, okay, good. So 4 people have done. That's good. So now today we'll discuss about defects. Okay, so today we'll talk about these defects. So I'm happy that nobody has deleted this. Okay, that was more important than homework, because previous batch, not previous batch, it was two batches before. I mean, I was getting too many emails saying that, why don't you give me my own user ID? Why don't you give me my own password? People are deleting the whole work. So, that was really problem. It was not problem to me, but problem to others who were actually trying to write the homework because they were trying to learn. So I'm happy that it is not deleted. And it was there deleted like more than 3 times. After saying it once, you don't do it, but I don't know what happened actually. What people were trying to do it, not sure. So that's good. So a few people have written. That's good. Now let's go to defects option. Okay. Now you see this various tabs, right? You see this various tabs. You have task. Okay, task. You want to use it if you're working on, let's say, functional testing, or you're assigned more than one work. Okay, normally the task is useful more than one work. Like functional testing, you also have to perform integration testing. You have to also, let's say, you are also responsible for regression. You also have to put your estimation, time estimation, put the task and create it. So in some cases, again, it's actually completely based on projects. Some places you have to create your own task. Some places, your lead or your boss will assign it to you. Okay, it will come directly from boss, and they will not let you know. You have to find out yourself. You have to keep checking. Or again, as I told you, right? You can look into dashboard. You see this dashboard. When we just open this, we get this dashboard, right? Let's see here. So this is the dashboard. Sometimes you just get here notification. You have to customize it though. Okay, so here you see this, it's right away shows here, and if you put this task in here, it shows okay who is doing what, and so this would be a helpful option for you if your boss is not, doesn't say and give you work right away and you don't know, but you need to figure it out. That's pretty quick. You don't want to waste much time, so that would be more helpful. Dashboard would be helpful for you to get it. Most of the times they will let you know, your lead, will let you know. So that's how you can make use of tasks. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so here let's go to here defects option. So defects, again, this is what I keep telling to everyone, and this is what it should be, because you just because you found a defect doesn't mean it can be a defect. Okay, I hope people are understanding that just because you found that so many people came up with so many issues, right? The person who is going to judge will be your lead, because that guy has really a lot of experience because working from a long time, or is know in and out of the project, what the project is all about, and how the application moves and all those stuff. So that okay, so that guy or that person, or if he's no lead, then your boss will take care of that. So that's the thing. So that guy will judge is it a defect or not. To start with, once you get experience, let's say you are working for 2-3 years, still you still have questions, right? This is you have to resolve those questions though. But once you know it, then you will be knowing is it a defect or not. But to start with, you are not going to open just because you found some defect. Okay, I hope everyone understands that. Just because you have found a defect doesn't mean it has to be a defect. Yeah, of course it can be a defect. A lot of defects. I see this in Google. I showed you, you guys, right? I told you guys to people who missed it. Let's go back here. So you know what? I see this defects in production systems too. So this is a production system, and what I'm trying to do is I'm just want to write some information, but I'm trying to log into my account using small window. But the moment I do this all information is gone. You see this? But the bottom footer is there. You see this all this option, but I'm not able to see that unless I extend this. See this? Extend this. So here we go. So this about store. So this is when you move this smaller, and this gone. Oh, no, you see this, it's gone. So, but it's not, footer is not going, you see. So these kind of things are production issues. So, you have to open defects, but you have to check with your lead. That's the whole point actually. Okay, whatever defects you have found, make sure not in production. Okay, just do not encourage production issues. Okay, but always keep in mind, because that will be also helpful. When you have meetings, you say there's a lot of defects is going on. What's going on? We also found some production defects. This is like that. Then you can discuss about it. But other than that, you don't want to discuss and keep it to yourself, even if you found it. Unless you get a right time to discuss about it, you cannot discuss every time or any time you want. Okay, that's not appropriate. Okay, so once you found an issue, send an email. Just open this email and send to a lead, whoever is lead, and put a screenshot. And here you put this email, put this, and put your lead name. If you want CC your boss, not always, but you don't want to do it. Put a screenshot saying that this is a bug, and can I open a defect for this? Can you advise what have to do with this? Because I find this is a bug, because this is what it is. It's not able to navigate the next page. It has some issues. It has some flaws. That's how you have to work. So coordination is more important than what actually your work is. Okay, so just don't go blindly just because you found an issue. You just open an issue, because the next question from your boss is your boss will question you. If you opened this defect and you didn't confirm to anyone, and you found a defect, and you said you found a defect and you opened it, your next question, your boss will call you and says, who told you to open the defect? Does it make sense to everyone? I hope everyone is listening, right? The next question will be from your boss, who told you to open a defect? That's a very good question. Okay, so now you don't have any answer for this, do you? Because you didn't confirm with anyone. You didn't confirm with your lead. You have to confirm with the lead. Without confirming with the lead, you can't do anything. If you have confirmed with the lead and opened the defect, then you have a better reason to explain that, yeah, you know what, I checked with my lead, and actually my lead also checked with developer and said, yeah, that was actually an issue. But yeah, it's actually, lead told me to open, so that's the reason. That would be the better answer if you are confirming. If you are not confirming, that this is the question you'll be getting from your boss. Who told you to open defect? Okay, so you have to be very careful doing this. Okay, so now let's open a defect here. So we will be opening this the same defect actually. Let's take a screenshot of defect. So without screenshot, to start with, I would not, because you need to be very careful. Without screenshot, you're not going to, the defect is going nowhere, because it would be just having ping pong, because you're saying something, developer understands something, and your boss says something, and it just it's like chaos pretty much. So what you want to do is take a screenshot, whichever the defect is. See here. I'm using this paint. You can use so what I wanted to do is, let's say my defect is, this is my defect, right? And I'll just say, let's say my shipping and handling fee. So I want to talk to my lead and say that, what, this is now your lead said green flag, yes, you can open this defect. Now what happens is you have to put this screenshot here, and let's do this. Put this. And make sure if you're opening multiple defects, you have to make sure that all the defects belongs to same developer. We cannot open multiple defects. Okay, the previous batches they open multiple defects only in one defect. It's not appropriate because there are multiple developers who are working on. They are working on Java developer. There might be web developer. There might be Ajax developer. There might be ETL developer. So on. So if you are opening multiple defects, it might be multiple issues, like it's going to some Java issue, that might be ETL issue. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, is it better now? Is it better for everyone? Can everyone hear it? The problem is some people can hear, some people cannot. So, okay, good. Okay, nice. So many people able to hear. Okay, good. It's nice. Okay, good. Now, so that's the thing, right? You cannot open multiple defects. Okay. I mean, you can open multiple. My point is, you cannot multiple defects in one ID. Okay, just create one, and you're opening multiple issues. That's not appropriate. Why? Because as I told you, a lot of developers will be working on. We don't know which developer. As a QA, you don't know which developer. It can be Java. It can be a Java issue. It can be ETL issue. It can be. So we are just as a QA. So we don't know these technologies, and we don't know what's happening at the back end, what's happening to the code. So you cannot open multiple defects in just one defect unless you have confirmed with your lead. Now let's say you confirm with the lead, and you check with the developer, or you check with the developer, say this, yes, this is not, this all defects are different, open a different defects. That's how you have to be proceed. Okay. So once you, let's take those screenshots, just name it as defect, and okay, so here I want to open this defect, so I'll name this. See here, naming convention is important. Shipping and handling. Let's say my defect is about shipping and handling. Okay, shipping and handling, and just give some information about what is expanded. Okay, and we'll just put GMO online. So some brief description about what the project is all about, and if it's a critical issue, you want to put it as a critical issue here. Okay. I say if you're opening a production issue or something, or you want the high attention of the developer saying that this is very important, so you want to put it as critical issue, right? So here I'm not using here, but okay, just like that. And once you, so this is, I mean, it's up to you. Don't have to use it. This is like just my personal opinion. Okay, so you can use it, or if you don't want to use it, you don't want to use it, so it's okay. So that's but here's the thing. This should be small description that is about what the defect is and the details of the project. So what's the project we are working on? GMR. So this is how you can do it. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go one by one. This is very important. Okay, Now, what's the defect state? You have to fill up all this information. Without filling up this information, you are not going anywhere. You cannot open any defect. Even if you open, that will go in the wrong place. Okay, so it will go in the wrong place, and you will have to resubmit it, and also a lot of things. So you have to, make sure all this information is properly filled at the first. Okay, so here defect state. Now this is very important thing. Okay, this can be small for you, small to anyone, but see, this can create a lot of problems for you. Defect state is when you open a defect, it should be always in open status, not on submitted status. Okay, now let's take an example how this can affect you. Okay, let's say you have opened this defect and you didn't care about it, and it was the submitted status. Okay, and you did everything right? Everything you put, it's no issues. You filled up all the information, and everything is good. Now what happened, right? This got submitted, and 1 week you forgot about it because you're working on too many projects, too much work, a lot of things, and you completely forgot about this and you didn't remember. And suddenly you get a call from your boss, right? Saying that, hey, can I stop by at my desk? Okay, so when you are getting such kind of call, that means, of course, it's not a good sign. Okay, so now your boss, the first question your boss will ask you, what's the status about this defect, right? What's going on with this bug which you have opened? Right? So now you see everything is good, but if you get it out, oh, this is submitted status. It's not submitted, it should be open. And the next question your bosses will ask you, why this defect is submitted status? Why not open? Now you don't have answer. Anyone have any answer for this? You cannot say, see, you have to be very professional. You cannot say, no, I forgot, I don't remember, this is long back. You have no answer actually. Okay, does anyone have any answer if you say this, except forgot, I don't know, or it's long time, except that, does anyone have better explanation? Okay, so this is what your boss will be looking for. Okay, why is this in submitted status and why not in open status? That would be a question. So you have to remember, so all these things are properly filled, otherwise you get a such kind of questions. So this submitted status is important. If you are working on too many projects, let's say you are working on too many projects, and let's say you found some issue beforehand, before the code is in dev environment, forget about test, before the code is in dev environment, and you found this issue and you think this is an issue, you want to put it submitted, and let's worry about later because you have a lot of work, you cannot concentrate on this. So that is something which you can put it and hold on with that. But otherwise, there's no reason to put in submitted status. It has to be always in open status. Okay, because you're working on current project. If you're not working on current project, it's a different story. But you're working on current project, this should be open status. Okay, so that's the important thing. Next, so we'll go in detail about this defect status. Okay, sometime tomorrow, or Monday. Okay, so we'll go on this. Now, defect state. Now, it is defined state. Of course, it should be in progress. Once you assign it in the open status, you have to also put it in progress. And once it's fixed, you put it in completed. And this will be, moving to manager, your boss, and there's a lot of people who are working on business analyst or product owner or scrum master, and they will change the status to accepted or whatever it's up to their it's up to their discretion that they will be changing to this or completed. Of course, you need to change, but accepted is up to them. You want to accept it or not. Okay, so after that, if there's an option, if you want to block your test defect, you can block it. But you really need some really solid reason to say why is this blocked. And a lot of people are supposed to know beforehand if you're blocking this. But you cannot block just like that because your boss will get that red light. So why it is blocked? Why not? It's in normal state. So a lot of people have to know. That means whole development team is supposed to know why this is blocked. Whole development manager also should know why this blocked. We cannot block just like that. Maybe because the developer doesn't want to work on it, it's different issue, or the developer is not working on this, and because they have this priority issue. But for you it is important. You're a QA, so you found an issue, so this should be issued. So it's up to those discussion that what they're going to do to the defect. But if you're putting this block, you should have some real good reason to block it. Otherwise you not block it. Let's put this as ready. That means this defect is ready. And estimation, this is how much. See, this is more for a developer point of view. That means the owner of the defect is always a developer. Okay, does it make sense? So here the owner of the owner of this defect, let's say, is always a developer. Let's see here. Is a developer. And because owner of these test cases task is you, it's a QA, but owner of a defect is always a developer. Okay, you're not fixing this issue. You are actually testing the application, right? You're not fixing it, so it should be always a developer. Okay, so that's the reason this all estimation will be filled up by developer, because they'll see, okay, this is a pretty big issue, and it will take some time, so they will enter this information. Okay, and they'll be putting on that. And here description, let's write description. Okay, so yes, when I'm trying to order in large quantities, shipping and handling fee is showing us $5. For more information, please view the below screenshot. Okay, so now this option is good. You have this option, put the screenshot in this description itself. Okay, this really good option. So what I'll do is I'll just put my screenshot what I've just taken. Let's see here. Okay, great. So now this is good. Oops, sorry. Okay, so now this, I see what's going on here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here, highlighting that shipping and handling fee is showing as $5, and that's what my description is means here. Okay. So this will get a good idea for a developer. Now you're good because developer understood everything what you're trying to do, because they have this URL, which URL is showing up. They have what's actually the defect is, and they know which page, and unless you want to specify this project name and all these things, that should be good. So this URL will help them out to what's going on. Okay, so for this kind of screenshot, you have to be very careful. So you have to attach the screenshots. Okay, so just writing is not enough. You have to put images. So right? Image is worth 1,000 words. So that's what it is. So once you put this, they will understand. Okay, so this is the defect. Okay, so let's get. So you have to fill up all this information. This is very less here. In real time, it will be much more, because which project it is. Okay. What is sub project, and what's the build number, what's the version it is, who is working on it, release notes, and all those, lot of things will be there. Here we have very few here. So let's see here. So defect environment. So as I told you, people who attended the class, there's 3 kinds of environments. Not really. There can be many. You see this: development, test, staging, production. Okay. So which kind of defect are you opening is very important. So here, if you're opening in staging, you have to put staging. If you're opening in test, we're going to put it as test. So here we'll put as test. Okay, so here it's very important thing here, priority and severity. Okay, so this is very, two important things. Okay, so let's discuss about this. Severity is what's the impact of the bug. Okay, severity is what's the impact of the bug. That means it's related to tester. So tester is saying this is very important because it has blocked all my test cases. I cannot move forward if this if this is not going to fix. And normally the cosmetic issues will be the very least severe. So you are telling the how much impact is causing because of that bug. Is it a production issue? Is it a cosmetic issue, or is it a medium issue? It's kind of low, high, medium, right? It's low, high, medium. Low is like cosmetic, and medium is just normal, and high is like production issue. So that's the severity. Okay, that means you're you're trying to say the impact of the bug. And what is the priority? Priority is you're telling developer how soon it should be fixed. Okay, it's a production issue. You have to say that it should be fixed right now. So right now. Okay, so that's the priority. You're telling developer to how soon it should be fixed. If it's a cosmetic issue, you just don't worry about it. Put this low or very low. So whatever the option is. Okay, so that's it. So let's discuss one by one. So there are options here. Okay, cosmetic issue. So cosmetic, let's say here. The example for cosmetic is let's say this color of the GMO. So because of that cosmetic issue, you are not blocking a test case, right? You can still execute your test cases. That means you're good. That's a low priority. Okay, that's what it means by low priority and low severity. Okay. So let's say the color of this GMO should be green color, blue color, showing up different color. Okay. So those things comes under cosmetic. And a minor problem. So as we told, right, this can be a minor problem. Shipping and handling fee, we can take it as a minor problem. Now let's say major problem. So here the major problem, let's say you want to click some URLs, okay. Some URLs says, and you have some test cases that is supposed to be executed, but the page is not displaying. It is showing up server error. Now this is not good because you are not able to execute your rest of your test cases. Okay, you're blocked in between. Okay, so because this whole page is gone. Okay, you don't know what's the options here, what the field values, what is text, what is the images. You don't know because it's it's a server error. So that kind of things is a major problem. Okay, major problem or crash or data loss, both will be close by. And if it's a production, you put as a crash or data loss. Okay, both are close to each other. You can put either crash or major. If you're blocking all your test cases, then it could be loss or major problem. And normally priority goes with the severity. Let's say you're putting cosmetic, you have to put priority as low. Obviously, nothing is happening. It's just an issue, small issue, and you want to put as low. Now you cannot put just cosmetic and put as resolve immediately. That doesn't make sense. This becomes a red light for everyone. A developer manager will question so what's going on. So once if this goes to developer manager, right? They see this what's going on with the bug, why there are too many issues. Okay, so once it goes, not your boss, not just your boss, but the whole team will be knowing what's going on with this. Okay, so you don't want to put cosmetic issue and you want to say resolve immediately. It doesn't make any sense. It has to be a low. It doesn't come into normal too. It's not normal. It's just low. Okay, because why? Because there's no reason, right? Just it's a color issue. But color or some text or spelling mistake, it doesn't matter because you can continue your test cases. But as a tester, I would still consider the issue. So I'll go with the low priority. Okay, and then there's a minor problem. The minor problem will be normal. Okay, the priority, that means you're telling the developer saying that okay, you can work in normal. If you have any priority issues, you can fix that and you can continue with this. Okay, so that's a priority. And then you have major problem. When you have major problem, you want to give high attention. Okay, just like data crash or just as shown you, right? There's a web page, but you're not able to navigate it because the server error, some sort of server error, that becomes a major problem. Okay, so And if you have crash or data loss, then it's resolved immediately. Or it can also be high attention. Okay, so these two are a little bit close to each other. Okay, you can put major problem as the high attention too, because are resolved immediately too. Okay, because you're blocking your old test cases and you're not able to move forward. So that's the important thing. Okay, now with such kind of issues, we will get very this will get the whole team, not just dev team, test team, but everyone looks into it. So what's going on with this? Why it is in resolve immediately? Okay, so that's the important thing. So here we just put minor and comma. Okay. And who did submit this? Who submitted this issue? Would be you. Okay. And the creation dates. So these are disabled. So okay, that's fine. Found in build. If you know the build, you have to know. You can put the build number, or if you don't know, you can check with check with the lead. Whatever lead says, no, you don't need to put. That's not required. Okay. Or let's put this today's date actually. Okay, let's put this as a build. Okay, and fixed in build, of course, you will not able to fill this because you are not fixing it. You are not a developer to fix this issue. You are a tester. So obviously, this has to be fixed. This has to be written by developer, not by tester. Okay, the concerned person. Okay, not just developer because it can be any issue. It can be also sometimes business analysts also make mistakes in documentation. In that case, it will go to business analyst. Okay, it's not necessary. Always these bugs should always be to developer. It can be to architect. It might be a developer. It can be business analyst. It can be scrum master. Okay, so it can be anyone. So that's how they have to fill up this information. Target build. So again, it's developer job. Verified in build. All this has to be filled by developer. Resolution. Resolution is, let's say developer, again this is a job of a developer, of course. Let's say now a developer has to, let's say they fixed it or they found this, they investigated what the issue is. Now if they have found it what actually the issue is, then you have this option. They will put it's a software limitation, user interface, or they might reject it, not a defect. It's not my problem, right? They will reject it. See, the problem is, we know that it's a defect, but they will reject it. It's not my problem because you assigned to the wrong guy. Okay, you assigned to the wrong guy. It might be some other issue, let's say it was a Java issue, and you get this to detail. Okay, so that guy will not be helpful. They will just reject. This is not a defect, not my problem. Okay. If you are lucky enough, if you get a friendly developer guy, they will reroute your defect to the right person, and they assign that owner. They'll change his owner. So let's say you put some wrong guy here, they'll change the owner, and and that will reroute to that particular person. But don't expect always friendly. They will not be that friendly. They'll just outright reject your defect. Okay. So duplicate, let's say some else team might have open, so this will be a duplicate in database change. If it's an ETL issue, let's say ETL, database change, architecture issue. If it's an architecture issue, of course, a different guy. So, and they will reject it saying that it's not my problem. And you have to figure it out, the right guy for this, and check with your lead saying that, they have put some comments, or they might not even put the comment. And check the lead that it got rejected. Who is the right guy to fix this issue? So this they have to fill up. And target date, we know the target date here. So target date is 19th. Let's say 19th. Release notes. So release notes is like let's say they are fixing it. So again, you're not filling up this. Okay. Or it's up to the project how they want to be, but it's actually let's say they fix the defect. So what actually, how many defects, I mean, how many issues they have fixed? Okay, just because you raise one issue might have affected multiple issues. Okay, just changing small code affects everything. So in that case, they put release notes. Okay, so fix because of this issues, fix 3-4 issues. Okay, so that's the they'll be putting release notes. Yes, not no. Okay, not always useful, but yeah, based on the project. If the project is big, then you have to put this release note. Affects documentation. That means you open some defect which also affect our documentation. That means document doesn't say about these issues. Okay, you found some typical issue which is not there in document, because everything cannot be documented, right? Yeah, test case is also is a higher level because you're not doing everything there. Although you're testing everything, but you're not document everything. You're just saying that okay, this is how. In similar way, a document may not have that option as you have opened the defect. So that will affect document because they have to change whole the document, or they have to add that feature, or they have to remove the feature, so on. Based on that, you can say that it affects documentation or not. Here we'll just put it no. Salesforce case ID. So if you're working on some CRM, okay, this will this will get updated and it gets updated in the CRM. Okay, that's a different thing. Okay, so this normally it's not always required. If you're working on specific CRM, then this will be there. Otherwise, it's not required. Attachment, yeah, of course, you have to put some attachment here. And notes, if you have any notes, write some notes. Your developer or saying that our developer will be writing, we are working on it. We have 2 more issues to fix it, so it will take some time. So developer will update it if they have if they want to. Okay, and once you have done that, let's say you've done everything, and click on create. Okay, and then click on done. Okay, great. So we have successfully created a defect. Okay, so now I have this defect ID D476. D means defect. The number is assigned to me is 476. And these are the options here. Who is the owner, and you can change right from here too. If you have to change something, you can change a few of the options. But if you want to change the description, you want to go to this defect and change it. So this is how you can open a defect. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is how you have to, again, remember that if you're opening multiple defects, let's say you found, of course, obviously there might be some application that have multiple defects, but they will take care of it. QA director or QA developer directors will take care why it has so many defects. They will fix it. So you may not always get multiple defects, but if you're getting multiple defects, make sure email to the lead. Just open your Outlook. Open this and say to the lead, put the lead name, and put the screenshot saying that, this is a multiple defects, and document all this, and says, can I open this defect? Coordination is very important. If you are not communicating, then it comes back to you. Your boss is monitoring you always. So, okay, so you have to remember that. Okay, so here, this is pretty much, and let's talk about this. Let's go to the report section pretty quick here. So this report is more for a lead point of view, okay, and senior QS. Let's say senior QS, and so let's check it out. So there are a lot of reports. So there's actually 2 types. is like team level reports and project level reports. Okay, it's kind of two different reports. So here this is kind of project level report. What happens is project level report is actually how the project is moving and what's the various bugs, who opened what, and what is happening with that. So all these things comes under project reports. Okay, the team level reports are kind of goes more for your boss. Okay, project level goes to a scrum master or project manager. Team level goes to your boss, saying that who is performing what is doing who. A lot of things will be shown up. How many test cases you have created, why, what are the comments you have put. So all those will be going to this your boss, and based on the projects will be going on to the scrum master. So these are all project level reports. Let's see here. So this is not working at this time, so we'll just use this one, defects by priority. A lot of things, burn up chart, burn down chart. This is more related to agile, but okay. So this is how you get this report. Okay, so this is, you don't even have to plot anything. Okay, no more manual work. You don't have to plot anything here. The amount of test cases you create, the amount of defects you create, this gets automatically plotted because it gets all the information what you're trying to do and puts up here and just sets up for you. Okay, there's no need of plotting any graphs here. Just click that report and it's generated for you. Okay, so here you have this dates. X-axis, you're having these dates. 1 month project, let's say 1 month projects, and how many defects you have opened. Okay, this is the defects count. So this is how you can generate a report. And let's say if I want to export, okay, click on this page tools. Okay, I can export here or email. Let's say email. You can directly email. Let's say your boss wanted this report, so I'll just put here. Okay, and I'll just include you CC, recipient CC, KCC. Normally don't require because you can include it if you want, but here we don't require. And then click on send. Now this report is automatically gone to your boss email. So the moment they'll check the email, see this what's going on. So because your boss requested saying that, hey, you know what, send me this report. This is very important. I have to see a lot of work is going on. So this is how you can send the report. Okay, not just one report. You have multiple options here. See this, so many others. So many of reports. You can go through one by one. Okay, okay, so let's say your boss told you something which is not there here. Okay, of course, most of the case it will be there, right? Most of the time, it will be your boss will be saying something which is really doesn't exist. Okay, so all this is good. You're able to see what the report, but said something. Okay, I want a report from this 3 days from what's the data they are trying to do. And all those things they'll explain you and get the report for that. And obviously, it's not here. So what you want to do is you want to customize your report. So this says add new option located here, and here. Now here you can check what's data you want, what kind of data you're looking for. Okay, just like count of work items, and you can add multiple data. And how do you want to broker it? That means are you looking for your defects? Are you looking for your user stories? Are you looking for the test cases and all those things? Okay, so here how do you want to look through it? And let's say I'm interested in getting a lot of data from defects which are fixed. Okay, and filters. That means you are looking for these dates. I'm not looking to these dates because this is pretty old and we have a lot of defects, so you can use filters. Okay, and just to run this, see here what we get. So here you get a lot of so this is the customized report. Okay. Now once you do this, you can still email this. That's good. Email your boss saying that, hey, you know what, this is the report I've generated. So once you pass, so this is all done by senior QA, senior guy or the lead. Not everyone comes, and does this one. Okay, because this requires some significant knowledge on what's going on with the project. So this is project level report. Okay, so let's go to team level report. So let's say this is our website, and this is our user story, and so we are not doing anything with the user story. Let's say, let's take previous ones. Okay, good. So here you see this, now there are 10 defects, right? Okay, there are 10 defects, and your boss told me, your boss told you to, just get all these things, and I want who is doing what. Okay, so what they want to do is you can use this export. Okay, this is an option here, export is CSV. You cannot send this directly to email. Although everyone have access to this Rally tool. Okay, it's really not required anything to send like this, because your boss, of course, is using Rally. They will know what's going on with it. Okay, so technically you're not required, but just for ease of understanding, so we are doing this. Okay, but if your boss says to you to do, then you have to do. So you don't have much choice. Okay, so you have to do anyway, even if your boss has access to this. Okay, so here I'm doing this export.csv. .csv is comma separated value that opens in Excel. Let's see here. I'm supposed to get that email. I didn't got that email. Actually, we send that email. That's supposed to go. But okay. So here, okay, good. So here, if you see this is the option here, and you can just see here to track the defect, what's going on, and once you see what you're trying to do, see, I'll just put it here. Okay, so once you've done this, let's say some defects are fixed or some are not required. So what you can do is just use this. Let's say this is fixed and we want to strike it. Okay, and that's how this, and you find, okay, so these are all our defects and this has to be moved, and you save it and send to your boss saying that these are the defects, and these many people are working on it. Because here the owner, you see this owner who is submitted and who has opened these many defects, they will be all getting this information here. So that's how you will be. That's the important thing. So if you're opening so many defects, so then that's how your boss looks into it. Okay, there are so many issues by this guy. So how is that guy opening so many defects? So where's the wrong? What's going on? So they will, so it's their job to look into it, how they have to improve it and all those things. But you have to do, you have to open these many defects. So that's why that's what they hire you, right? So that you have to open as many defects as possible. Okay, but not just opening defects. We also have to coordinate, saying that okay, this is the defect. Yeah, coordinate the lead. Is this the defect? Yes. Then you have to open. So that's how you have to get confirmation. That's the whole point. If you're not getting confirmation, you really it's no point. Okay. So Hey. Okay, so this is how, one way you can handle it, and once you get it, you can send it, put it in attachment, and put it and send it to your boss. Okay. And one more. Okay, let's see here. So this is about defects. You can also do for the test cases too. Now use this. Go to a test case module and put an action. Print reports. Unfortunately, don't have much option here. You have to put is PDF. If you are using Chrome, then that will help you out. So click on print, and once I click on print, and you have to save it from PDF. Click on save. Just put this cases and save it. So let's see here. Now this will show everything what's going on with it. Okay, who is doing what, what's going on with this, and they'll have the complete picture. Who is working on a lot of things. Okay, so all these results, all of the screenshots will be saved here. So your boss will get a good idea who is working on it, because it shows a lot of information. See this owner, what happened to it, and how many changes it has gone, and what the project is working. So a lot of information will be showing up right here. Okay, although this is not required if you're using Rally, your boss will have access to Rally. They will just look into it. But if your boss says to do, then you have to do this one. Okay, so that's the thing. So that's pretty much about team level reports, kind of team level, because you want to see the performance of the team, not you, your boss. So this will be done by the lead. So lead will be sending all this to the boss and seeing what's going on, who is working on it, and how many defects is being open. And the other is this project level reports. Normally this you'll be sending to Scrum Master, okay, Scrum Master or project manager, or if your boss requests it, you have to send it. So that's the thing. So that's pretty much about Rally. So any questions so far? Okay, good. Okay, so I hope everyone have access to this. I hope everyone email ID is there. Everyone is getting emails. Everyone is getting homework. Okay, so I'll be giving you homework today for this defects. Make sure you guys open some few of the defects. Okay, in the defects module, and the people who are not able to found this defect. Some people were not able to find some defects, right? Which told to open remember second day. So they will be also having a chance to to do the final homework. So I'll be giving final homework too. Maybe that will be probably tomorrow or today. We'll see. And you'll be having this some time, 2 days, 3 days, so you can work on it. Okay, so that would be a different website. So no more, you don't have to work on GMO. Pretty much in GMO. So that would be easy. But that would be a different website, and you have to write your test cases for that, and open defects. Why is it So if you're opening multiple defects, you have to, again, at the end of the day, it's a coordination. You have to coordinate with your lead saying that I opened 5 defects. Can I put all in one or one in all? That means I have to put in all separate defects because it belongs to different developer, different guy. So you have to coordinate with it, and that's how you have to do it. Okay. Yeah, if you want to explain in multiple defects, then you have to give multiple screenshot. Okay. If no, obviously, if there are multiple defects, then obviously it will be a different, um, different defects, not one. Okay. Now again, so let me be clear. Multiple defect doesn't mean that the same thing over and over. So okay. So let me give you some here. So let's say you have opened some defect, right? Saying that this accepts, 3% don't tend to accept some special characters is not supposed to accept. Now you're not going to open for each and everything, external frame back, glasses, sunglasses. So that is not different. This all belongs to only one. So make sure you understand this thing, right? Now you cannot open like 10 defects. No, I've opened 10 defects that each. These are all same defect. The only part of change is some more code. Okay, so you cannot open multiple defects on the same thing. So you're actually doing wrong. Okay, you cannot open same thing. Let's say this accepts special characters. Now you say no, this is also accept special characters. So put this. No, this also accept. No, all this is one. That's not multiple defects. What I mean when I say multiple defect means, let's say this accepts special character. Okay, that's a defect. And if those in star23 and it accepts more than a defect, that is another defect. Okay, that's two. The same thing repeating many times is not a multiple defects. Okay, hope everyone understand that. Okay, that's a very good question. Somebody else, right? If a tester assign a defect, okay, somebody else says, I have to assign this defect, right? And whom should I assign? Okay, now normally, you have to check with the lead saying that, what, I've opened this defect. I'm not sure who is the developer because this kind of, typical issue, you can, put the owner to the lead and tell them, can I put it to you so that you can assign the right developer. So it's based on the lead's, discussion that, no, don't put me. I have other work to do. Find someone or talk to the other developers and figure it out who is the owner. Or if the lead is cool guy, yeah, put it to me. I'll just take care of it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, some lead will help you out. Either assigning to different developer or you have to work around for this to find another developer who is actually um, coordinate with. Normally, you have to get in touch with few developers, web developer, Java developer, some ETL developer, whoever it is, and figure it out what's happening with that, and you can assign to that particular owner. So that's how it works. Okay. At the end of the day, it's coordination. You have to coordinate with your lead or product owner or developer or architect guy who is responsible. Okay, not manager. You don't coordinate a lot with your boss. So unless you're working on some critical issues that has to be solved immediately or such kind of things. Other than that, you're not going to approach everything from your boss. Okay, because your boss doesn't like defects. They have to see that you have to get fixed. Okay, and if you're opening too many defects, so that has to be taken care by the lead. Okay. Any other questions? So tomorrow we'll discuss about various methodologies. Okay, we'll go through SDLC model, and we'll also discuss agile. Will be taking on Monday. That's 15th. Okay, we'll talk about the whole agile and what's going on with the agile methodology. So we'll go into in detail actually. Okay, so but methodologies will be working tomorrow. Okay, so if there's people who are okay, so let me pin here. Okay, so if you guys want to, so send me an email. So just email, don't ping here. Send me your email ID so that I'll send you all this so far. It's been like almost from 3 days, right? I'll be sending you recordings, homeworks and all those things. Okay, so just send me an email to my email ID, and I just pinged it, monument@itamerica.com, and you can get the recordings. Any more questions? Okay, so yeah, that's good. You have to be always proactive like this. You just remember that. At workplace, you have to be very proactive. When your boss asks something, you have to give some answer. Yes, no, I'm working on it. I'll check it and come back to you because had so many issues with that, and I was working on it. And I'll come back to you. Because that's how you need to be. Proactive. That's called proactive. You have to be very careful on that. Okay. If no questions, can we close this class for today? Okay, thank you guys.